Hey folks, gonna bust open this PSA submission and show you some of the cards. Forgot to tell you in my last video of the mail day pickups, one other card I got from a yard sale actually was this 1955 Topps Dusty Rhodes #1. The guy mentioned sports cards or baseball cards in the ad, so I got there, and they were all overpriced given that they have this tape. Looks like wrapping paper tape or something on it. I have steamed a card one time to get some tape off of it, and it worked pretty well. If you see the corners on these, they're very nice, especially for the #1 card in the set, because oftentimes this was the card that had the rubber band. This was the top card on the stack that had the rubber band. So I might try to steam these off. I picked up the card for $8. I figured, it's $8. It's a good first card of a great set. I've owned this set before. My dad and I put it together years and years ago, and we sold it eventually, but this is a nice set. I enjoy this card. So on to the PSA reveal. I already know what the grades are, but something I did was after I wrote down, printed off the submission. I like to keep a copy of the submission form that I sent to PSA. I wrote down what grades I thought the card would receive. So I'll show you how close I was. I was way off on a couple of them. Nicely surprised on a couple of them. So start. And there are a couple of big cards in here too. Okay, so first we're going to start off with Robert Acuna. I don't know if this is I sent off a base and a foil. Let me see if I can tell by the number. I cannot tell by the number. Okay. So the foil card I thought would get a 9. The base card, base US 250, I thought would get a 10. This is the base card. It ended up getting a 9. A little disappointing because I sent off a bunch of these in a bulk sub, and I thought that this was one of the better conditioned ones. I just wanted to fill out the 15 card submission, the free submission. So I'm not really sure why this got a 9, and it doesn't really matter. So there's a 9. Now this card I thought would get a 9. This is the foil card. I thought it would get a 9, and yeah, I got a 9. So I think I got that off Blowout Forums. This trout, it's a 2012 Heritage Trout. I thought it would get a 9. I don't remember why I thought that. It was either off-centered on the front or had a touch of white. I have another one of these. It's raw, and it has a touch of white, I think. I think that's the raw one. This might be the off-centered one. So I thought this would get a 9. I was surprised it came back a 10. Yeah, it's just ever so slightly off-centered. But I was surprised by that. Got that raw off eBay. I think it was like $80 maybe. This Christian Yelich 2013 Topps Update. I thought it would get a 9. Well, originally I had it down as a 10, and then I sent some off a while back to BGS, and I sent what I thought was a better condition one off to BGS, thinking it might get a pristine, and it got a 9.5, but there was a 9. It was 3 9.5s and a 9. So I downgraded this after I saw those grades pop from a 10 to a 9, but it did come back a 10. So happy about that. This is I'll hold that one. This is a 92 Bowman Mariano Rivera. I pulled this from a pack. Thought it would get a 10, it got a 9. A little disappointing, but what are you gonna do? It is a little off center top to bottom. I think the corners are probably fine. It's a little off center left to right too. So maybe that was the game changer for that. These are my biggest disappointments. These 1993 Topps Jeters. I pulled one from a set, factory set, and one from a pack. And I thought that I put 9/10 because I thought they had a decent chance at a 10. The corners were sharp. Centering was off a little bit. Centering was horrible on those cards, a lot of those cards. I thought minimally a 9, possibly a 10. Both came back an 8. So disappointed with that. I got two Juan Soto 2018 update foil cards, rainbow foil cards. I thought I put on this 9 and 10. I thought one would be a 9, one would be a 10. I remember putting that not because I necessarily thought they looked like 9s, but that the rainbow foil cards are very difficult to me to get in a high grade. I just always see some little corner ding on them or some little edge wear. So I didn't want to be overly optimistic about it. So I put a 9 and a 10, but both of them came back a 10, which is very nice. This is an Anthony Rendon 2013 Topps Update camo card numbered out of 99. This is the sharpest corners I've ever seen, but it is off-centered on the front. I graded this at a, where is this? I don't even see this on my list, actually. Oh, there it is. I put it as a 10 with a question mark because of the centering on the front, and it came back a 9. So I'm wondering if I should send this into BGS because I'm 95% sure I'd get a 9.5 with maybe a 9 centering. So I'm wondering if I should do that or not. Regardless, I like the card. It's very sharp, super sharp corners. This is a Ronald Acuna 2018 Topps Heritage in action card. I bought this raw off eBay. This came super, I think it was eBay. You know what, it might have been Blowout, I don't remember. Super sharp card, I think it's eBay though. And it came back a 10. I thought it would get a 10. That was one of the few that I was sure about, or that I was most comfortable about. This is the Acuna Bat Down, Series 2 Bat Down. I thought it would get a 9. Yeah, thought I'd get a 9. And a little disappointing, came back an 8.5. Not really sure. I don't know if you can see the corners. Corners are pretty sharp. I think they're within the 9. Edges look pretty good. I feel like that should have been a 9. I really do. This is a Ronald Acuna. What is this? I'm sorry, Fernando Tatis in action card from 2019 Heritage. I thought it would get, what did I think? I thought it would get a 10. Yeah, thought it would get a 10, and it got a 10. So that was an eBay purchase, I believe. This is a Tatis chrome refractor card. I got this off of eBay, I think. Yeah, eBay. I thought it would get a, I'm pretty sure I thought this would get a 10. Yeah, I thought this would get a 10, and it got a 10. And then this is the big card. So 2019 Heritage, I'll show you. What won me over on these cards was the centering. Heritage has notoriously bad centering. If you 2018, 19, even 17, probably before, I don't know, I didn't really collect Heritage before, but the Heritage just has a lot of off-centered cards. So when I find a well-centered card, I'll pay up a little bit for it if it's raw. And this one was a black refractor numbered out of 69, numbered 6 of 69, and it was the only one that I saw on eBay raw, and there's only been one graded. It was a BGS at the time. There was only one graded. Right now there's another PSA 10 up there, but this was the only raw one that had decent centering. So I paid up a little bit for it at the time. I think it was the second most paid for a black refractor. Now it's down the line a little bit, but I got it with the hope and fairly optimistic belief that it would get a 10, and sure enough, it got a 10. So very happy about that. Some nice Tatis. I think he's going to have a really good career. All right, and that's it for the submission. Thanks, folks, and I'll see you soon.